We've already seen that the dot product, or the scalar product of two vectors A and B that have an angle of theta in between, the definition of the dot product is that A dot B is equal to the magnitude of A times the magnitude of B cos of the angle in between, which in this case is equal to theta. So we've already looked at that. There are some special situations, and the first one is that if theta equals 90 degrees, that means we're going to get this sort of scenario. So we've got A and B, and we've got a right angle in between them. We know that the cos of 90 degrees is equal to 0. So therefore, A dot B, or the dot product, will be equal to absolute value of A, absolute value of B, magnitude, times cos of 90, which is equal to 0, and that'll be equal to 0. So this is helpful to be able to determine whether vectors are at right angles to each other. So if A dot B equals 0, therefore vectors are perpendicular. We'll use a perpendicular symbol to each other. And the converse of that holds true too, that if it is equal to 90 degrees, then the dot product will be equal to 0. So that's one special case. And the other one is if you've got a vector that is the dot product with itself. So that'll be the magnitude of vector A times the magnitude of vector A. Now if the vectors are dotted with itself, so here we've got another vector A. So these two vectors, the dot product of those, the angle between the two vectors is 0. And the cos of 0 is equal to 1. So therefore we can say that a vector dotted with itself will be equal to the absolute value, or the length, or the magnitude, whatever you like to call it, squared, because cos of 0 is equal to 1. Now that can also sometimes be written as that. So those two mean exactly the same thing, and it's just equal to the magnitude of the vector squared. So two special cases here. In this one here we've got theta is equal to 90, and here we've got theta is equal to 0 degrees. So two different special cases of the dot product, and you need to remember the special outcomes when those angles are 90 and 0 degrees.